Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious. Sing for you. I don't know what to say. I can always sing.
Do it. Sing the theme song. Sing the theme song.
I don't even. No, that theme song is so weird.
Yeah.
North
Americans come.
North Americans come. We do what we want. Yeah, we do what we wanna. Long live all.
Wait, I'm wearing my Speak Now sweater. I did not do that on purpose. I did not do that, but I guess that worked out because I was like, what do I wear? I have a lot. Oh my God, there's so much I need to say.
Long live all. I was like going through it.
Oh my God. All right.
Talk.
We have to talk. Everyone, welcome back.
People don't even know what we're talking about, probably, because we're just singing Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Today we are here to talk about the Buccaneers on Apple TV. Me and Megan have not spoke a word about this show. So slay.
So I don't know what you're in store for.
I don't know what you're gonna get. But we're here.
We're here.
But before we talk about the show, we need to catch up.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
It's been a whole week.
A whole last week.
It really has been a week.
Brie. It really has.
It's been a whole week. And now we're here.
And now we're here.
What have you been watching, doing, reading, writing, laughing, crying, dancing about?
Dancing. Oh, I wish I was dancing. Well, listen, it's been one of those fucking weeks.
It's one of those videos. It's literally that video.
Bethany Joe. We need to post that on our Instagram at one point or TikTok or something. It has been a long week, but you know what really got me through was the Buccaneers.
Yes.
I watched it all this week. I watched it over the course of 3 days after work. And I was supposed to be editing our Glee podcast. I was like, no.
No, I have to watch the Buccaneers.
No, I really, really need to watch the Buccaneers. And we'll get into all the epic highs and lows of that. But then it was a really long week, really busy week at work. Nothing bad happened, but it was just a long week. Microsoft Teams gave up before I did. Everyone had a long fucking week. But you know what saved me? And I know you kind of already know this. Brooke Averitt came out with a new podcast called Obsessed. And have you ever listened to any of her podcasts or TikToks or anything?
I've seen her as a guest on another podcast, and I've seen her TikToks.
Was it the Glee podcast?
Wait, she was on the Glee podcast?
I was listening to that right before we started recording this.
Oh. Wait, what episode? Or did she just come on?
She was as a guest. It's called Gleek of the Week, Brooke Averitt.
Oh.
So I was listening to that. Gleek of the Week. Yeah. I really watched her casually through TikToks and clips. I have not sat down and watched. I'm really bad at listening to full-length podcasts unless it's Miles Bonsignore. But I really think Brooke's new podcast, Obsessed, is gonna be
it's the new podcast.
Is my new podcast because it's literally Brie, you would love it because her and Brittany Broski, and it's just Brooke's podcast, but Brittany's the same way of just the way they fixate on things we talked about on this we have a hyperfixation and then it goes away and all this stuff, and they were just saying so many things where I was every single word coming through through their mouth, I'm I have thought, I have felt, and it was just very nice to have we talk about all the time, I know we're not alone in all these various different ways of consuming content, but it was cool to see I don't know, it on a mainstream podcast type of thing. And I'm well, now I'm
people who are fully in the business talking about how they're obsessed with things.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that.
I know. I'm can we collab, please? Now I'm having this parasocial need to be their friends even more than before. But everything they were saying, they were talking about fan fiction. They were talking about just I don't know, just the fantasy of fake people over real people. I'm they get it.
The mental illness.
The mental illness. And they're like, and I told my therapist about this, and the therapist would be like, so Andrew Garfield, and like, stuff like that. And I'm like, they get it. So like, it made me feel empowered and safe.
Slay.
And I recommend it to any of the girlies or anybody that just the tagline is basically like, this is the podcast for anyone who's never been able to love something a normal amount or enjoy something a normal amount.
So true.
And I was
don't
like,
enjoy anything a normal amount.
They get it, Brie. I think you'd love it. But they only one episode's out. So the perfect time to get in.
Gotta binge.
Yeah, gotta binge all the content. I ordered merch. I was like,
You said I'm already obsessed.
I'm obsessed with obsessed. And that's it.
I already ordered merch. Is the merch cute?
It's cute. It's like Valentine's Day-esque.
Yes.
So there's like greeting cards you can get, there's a shirt you can get, but I got an oversized like pink sweatshirt that says obsessed. And then I got the candle because she was talking about the candle on the podcast. And I was just gonna get the sweatshirt. And then she was like, well, it smells like this, and it makes it like just like such a relaxing thing to like get into bed. And like she's like, my room's gonna smell like this, and I think all of our rooms should smell like this. And I was like, all right.
all right, fine.
And then I have Apple Pay on my phone now, so I just went and I pulled the trigger.
Not the double tap.
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Great.
Yeah. So
I have like my face recognizes me and it just goes check.
And I'm like,
well, whoops.
That was on accident for sure.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, that's my
comfort. I'll have to
this
listen.
Week.
I actually followed it after I followed it on Spotify because I was like,
yeah,
Anya, this sounds like something that I would like.
Perfect, because like she was talking about it on with Jenna and Kevin. Like she's gonna do a Glee episode, she's gonna do a Twilight episode. So Kevin and Jenna might go on it. We'll see.
Yes, I want to collab with you.
I'm like, can we all get together? Why can't we come? I'm like,
our podcast is a hit.
It is. Well, that's what kills me. As I was like, this is us, and like it's like the ideal podcast that we would do should we already have a following. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like we had to have more of a niche because we didn't have a following.
Exactly. So one day,
and we're TV experts, so we're the only people for it.
I'm really feeling like aligned. Like I just think we just need to get there, and it'll all work out.
And then we'll all clap.
We'll all be friends.
Yes, I'm in.
That's the team. What about you, Brie? What have you been doing this week?
Well, I finished Shrinking.
Yay!
But we'll talk about that later. And then I finished the Buccaneers, but we'll talk about that really soon.
Yeah. When we were trying to figure out how to start this one, I was like, well, I know how to start the Shrinking episode.
Boop.
Just a little tease.
That's a tease. And then while I did my puzzle, I listened to an audiobook and I listened to The 7-Year Slip, which I recommend to you even more than Love in Other Words. Yeah, like I think you would really like it.
Oh yeah, I looked at like whatever the brief like description was when you posted about it. And I was like, okay.
Like the apartment like slipped 7 years. Like, yes, it was so fun and cute, and I want them to make it into a movie.
All right,
I think we should make it into. So I was thinking we should make it into a movie, but yes, The 7-Year Slip. But I will say, so I was listening to the audiobook, and then the girl who does the narration was really good, but then she would do the guy's voice, and it sounded like the Curio. Welcome to the Curio Show.
That show,
and I couldn't really take that. That's probably the only thing that took it away from me. Every time I was like, welcome to the Curio Show.
Like I like the idea of audiobooks, but sometimes it's like you have a vision in your head, and then when they're doing either voices or just like not matching what you would see it as, it's like, all right.
Or like sometimes when you hear certain things out loud, I think you get like, you're like it instead of me just reading it, I was more like, the heck did they say? Like what? Especially. Yeah. So I feel like my ratings on books that I've listened to audio may be higher if I just read it, but it is nice that Spotify sponsor us, because it's nice that Spotify does the 15-hour audiobook thing. So slay.
We love Spotify so much.
We're Spotify. We should be an only spot.
I mean, we basically are.
Yeah, we basically got to deal with Spotify.
We're too lazy to put it on anything else. It's literally like
it's Spotify only.
Yeah, exclusive.
Yeah, but that's yeah, that's it.
I gotta get back in my reading era.
I've been in my reading era.
That's good.
But I feel like you go in and out of it. Like I'll probably a month with not reading at all.
Because something's gotta give.
Something's gotta give if you're doing everything. I know. I said when I get back to Chicago, I probably won't pick up a book because there's too much going on.
Well, like that's how I felt. Like I hadn't binged a show in a minute, so like the Buccaneers felt really nice. And then I've been in my cinema era. I watched Cars the other night.
I know
Ava and Julia.
Wait, what?
My sister texted me.
I've been in my cinema era.
I watch Cars.
I watch Cars.
My sister texted me because they made Ratatouille and watched Ratatouille, and I said, rude.
What? Didn't we literally invent that idea?
Yeah. Well, so long story short, we got my mom a Disney cookbook for Christmas, so they made it without me.
Oh.
But also we're supposed to do that too. But she said it was good, so good to know. I'll have her text me the picture, the
recipe, the picture of the book.
And then Ava was like, "We should watch a Disney movie," and then we turned on Cars.
Exactly. That's a good one to.
And I cried again.
Yes, no.
I was like, I'm not gonna cry this time. I'm like prepared
about the cars,
and then they're just all lined up, waiting for everyone to come to Radiator Springs, and no one comes, and they're all like,
I would laugh.
I will say Julia got emotional too, Ava a little bit, so it wasn't.
Oh my gosh, emo.
And that's on Cars.
That's on, and that's Cars. Cars is a great film. It could almost make me cry. Yeah, and that's when you know.
When Lightning McQueen drags the old man across or pushes him across the finish line.
Wow. Cinnamon. Life is a highway.
Technically, we could do Cars on this podcast. It qualifies.
We could, but I'm scared of the.
Yeah, Julia said second one's really good. I'm like, is it?
Is the second one? Where are they?
I think that's the one where they're in Japan.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. I feel like I watched the third one and it was awful.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's just the first one is so good.
So we talk about the first one the whole time, and then we'd be like, "Oh, and they were there."
And they were there.
Yes. Slay. Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Just Cars.
That's it. Just Cars.
I should have started with that.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.
That's it. See you guys next week.
Should I tell everyone what the show is about?
Please do.
Oh no. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
The Buccaneers is a period drama series on Apple TV. Set in the 1870s, the Buccaneers, Nan, Jinny, Conchita, Lizzie, and Mabel are 5 ambitious women and daughters of the American New Money. Following Conchita's wedding to Lord Richard Marrable? How do you say their last name? I don't know.
I don't know. It changes.
I know. They all say it differently.
I swear to God, it always changes.
The women are invited to London in the midst of debutante season in the hopes of securing husbands and titles. The women's eccentric and extroverted nature contrasts with English high society and centuries of tradition as they navigate culture clashes and strict social codes while dealing with interpersonal relationships and potential suitors.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the T. That's the mother period T. That's the English T.
Yeah. Did you start watching it? How soon after it was airing every week did you jump in?
I think I watched either 3 or 4.
And then you were caught up to watch weekly?
Yeah.
Almost.
I think 4. I think I watched 4 episodes in one night. And then I was watching weekly. And then I waited between the last episode and to watch the finale. Like,
yeah, you watched the finale just recently.
Yes.
I can't imagine your thoughts because when I watched the finale, like the finale changed everything.
It changed all your thoughts?
Yes, because like just like the way it ends like completely takes the show in a completely new fucking direction that I didn't see that coming.
Live all the
Oh my, can I say when that started playing, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it took me out because it was just so out of pocket.
Taylor Swift and the guy like James running or whatever.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Anyway.
Fuck James.
I don't know, because like I don't know what I thought were like from start to finish what the season would be, but like I feel like episodes 1 through 7 are like that's the show, and then 8 happens and you're like, holy shit.
Like with the wedding.
With the wedding and like the switch, and now like 2 characters are going to Brazil, so what the fuck are they gonna do?
The switch.
Insane.
Yeah, I'm curious to what will happen in season 2, but also like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, wait, what should we start with?
I don't know, like that's what I was like, where do we even fucking begin?
Do we start with the main that takes the most screen time, the love triangle?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's fucking get into it.
Start with
I have so many thoughts.
Okay, I thought you would have a lot of thoughts on the love triangle.
I have a lot of fucking crazy thoughts. So to set the stage, love triangles between Nan, who's like not really the girl that would be participating in having like the suitors. It's usually her sister.
No, wait, what's so funny is Nan is like, I don't want any of this, and then all of a sudden in the same day she gets 2 minutes. That's how you do it.
That's the energy you need to have, is like just
don't care
about it. Just like relax. 2 men will come to you.
Exactly. Jinny was doing it all wrong. She was stressed.
She was stressed, and who did she end up with? I think to blame her completely. Just kidding.
No, Jinny.
No, okay. We'll get to that.
Hold on, wait. And look look where you end up with.
And look what happened.
If you want to be freaking, if all you care about is marriage.
Yeah. Broaden your horizons or else. Canceled. Everyone turns this off. Everyone like, blocks and reports. But yeah, that's crazy. And then I think I talk a lot about how love triangles fucking suck, and this falls into the category of it sucks because they're both pretty solid options. She has chemistry with both of them. They both have an interesting dynamic to them. But like, fuck love triangles, y'all.
It's they're a love triangle, and it's a lot of miscommunication. It's the two.
I wanted to rip my hair
honestly,
out.
I was eating it up.
No, I was pissed. It's not even the love triangle. Every single character will not.
It is every story
listen to each other,
and I'm like, yes.
It like gets better as the season goes on, but the first few episodes, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, because everyone plays into the trope of someone is trying to explain themselves, and they're like, no, it's all about you, and I'm like, listen.
No, we don't listen in the 1800s, Megan.
No, apparently not. Like, they don't have phones, but they can't even still have a face-to-face conversation. Conchita is like, Nan, what the fuck is going on with you? And she's like, well, Conchita, my mom isn't my mom. And she's like, wait, I can't hear you. If they talked for 5 more seconds, I guess there wouldn't be a show, but like, that's one of my least favorite tropes, is like, just everyone shut the fuck up.
Everyone shut the up. Okay, so wait. Who do you like Nan with more? Because I feel like it's very split.
It is split, and I'm split. But I think that's what sucks about it. And I had this epiphany.
Not an epiphany about like, the love triangle.
Yeah, I think this fits to a lot of love triangles. Not all, but a lot. Where it is in that situation where both are pretty solid. I'm pretty sure that if you looked at like Guy and Nan's relationship and you eliminated the fact that Theo exists, they'd be pretty mid. And if you took away Guy,
you took away the drama.
If you eliminated the other guy, then like they'd just be like a pretty basic relationship. And I think the only reason why people are pulled is because they want one to beat the other.
Exactly.
That's
the drama of the love triangle, because like if Guy and Nan just met and then Theo wasn't in the way, it would have been a really nice, like, smooth relationship. But of course, Guy is Theo's best friend.
That was pretty good.
I was like, this is so.
I was like, and they did eventually have a rivalry, but they like hugged, and I was like, boo.
No, but then they made up, and I was like, yeah. No, wait, me having opposite reactions. I was like, yes, they actually made them be friends again.
Yeah,
or, like,
no, that was
not
good.
hate each other over like love. I don't know.
No, but I agree with you. But when they first revealed them to be friends, I was like, God damn it.
You know who's
No,
you know who's my enemy number one?
Who?
Nan.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to hate Nan. I mean, I don't hate Nan, but
yeah.
she was like, they were definitely making her like insane. I think Guy and Nan are both kind of insane, and I think they should, because I think Guy or Theo, I don't know, because Theo, like, she obviously wants Guy. Like Theo hasn't done anything wrong, like that big wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, I don't know, but man, and they gave those people all the screen time.
Yeah.
And the show starts out so light and airy, and then it gets like really dark. It takes a dark turn pretty fast.
Yeah, which I don't want to get away from this, but that is something I need to unpack too. But yeah, I feel like it's falling into what I really don't like about love triangles is like, yeah, both options are good, but then like, is it really a love triangle when as the show goes on, you can tell who she likes more? So then it's like, we're stringing this other guy along. And then they fully string him along at the end because I don't think he knows. Like, I think it'd be so much cooler if, because you know, like they meet in the painting room and then it cuts away and you like find out they're getting married because of all this drama. I wish, and maybe I think someone confirmed that he doesn't know, but it would have been so cool if he was in on it because that would have made him even more likable and then made the love triangle even harder. Like, if you're gonna fucking do a love triangle where you don't know who the fuck she's gonna end up with, and it's gonna rip your fucking heart out. Because I really liked her with Theo for most of the show, but then like as the angst built up, and again that angst wouldn't build up if Theo wasn't there. Like, you start to be pulled toward Guy because it's like the more forbidden, like, oh, they simply can't, but they should.
They simply cannot.
But then it's like, but then it doesn't feel like worth it for being a love triangle. Like, I want, and Theo would stand up. He's like, I love you despite your family. I love you despite this. And yeah, he went about some things in the wrong way. Like, he's still a very good guy. But like, I want her to be so torn. Like, I don't want her to be like, oh, I like Theo. He's a good guy. So I guess he's an option. Like, I want yearning on all the ends. And I want it to be the impossible decision. I want it to be Sophie's choice.
But now she's torn with having to be with Theo because of her. I mean, like, she's pretty much sacrificing because of her mom and her family. So like, I'm like wondering if that, like, what's gonna happen next.
No, that sucks. It like puts him in an awful position because like he doesn't know.
1800s.
Like he literally gave her an out and she was like but I think because you know I don't know what they're gonna do in season 2, but like Guy not being there, I think opens up the opportunity for feelings to grow stronger between them, and not that she then chooses him because I don't really know. But like there needs to be more angst. Like it can't just be like, oh, she's with Theo, but this whole time she's thinking about Guy. Like I need some drama. I need her to go, wait, Theo's seeing a different side of
I'm
you.
not. Wait, suddenly I'm totally in love with Theo.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, but like if you're gonna keep this being a love triangle, you gotta start feeding the flame on the other side again.
Yeah, I want them to either fully pull out of the love triangle thing,
or
like, I guess rev it up. Yeah, I don't freaking know. But
yeah, like either she should be with fucking Guy or
the whole
something's gotta give.
Going back.
Theo's gotta pull some fucking
what letter?
That's a classic.
That's a classic period piece.
He was like, I thought the letter was for me.
What letter?
What did the letter say?
No, and I was when they fought at the party and fell through the. And then when they were playing poker, they made me laugh most of the time.
Yeah.
Theo had me. I feel like they have like really good chemistry, and I mean they're dating in real life, so obviously they have chemistry.
I know, I'm eating that up.
But yeah, I don't know. I went back and forth a lot. Same. I was like,
no, I have 2 notes where it's like,
Guy says some insane things. Like some of his quotes are like, whoa.
But in the Christmas episode when he's wearing
the turtleneck
sweater, I said that was the first time where I went, because at that point I was like, Theo.
It's episode like 7.
And I was like,
you're like,
and then but then when he like is agonizing about the letter when he's like in England and they're in New York and he goes to the top of a cliff and yells, that gave me the fucking ick.
I thought that was funny. They were
he was like, ah! I was like, shut the fuck up.
He's kind of real. Me.
Girls on their birthday.
Yeah, literally me. But yeah, I don't know. Like towards the end, I literally did not really care about those 3. No. I cared about other storylines so much more, and I wanted more from like everyone else.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we should talk about that, especially because that's what I said, that when Guy fully pulled me was when he was like, all right, what can I do to fucking help? Like he stood up. I said the hottest thing a guy can be is a feminist. He was like, he said,
I'll get you fucking out of here. And he talks to Lizzie in the kitchen.
For a second, I was like, okay, put her with him. Let's solve this.
All right. All right. Split.
But that was before like everything else happened.
But I thought that was even just a cute little moment.
Yeah, this is another thing I love. I love when the guys are friends with the friends, or like the significant other's friends with the friends. And I like the snowball scene when Theo was playing.
Yeah, I love like the stuff. Friend moments. I wish we had more of that. Like just all of them being friends.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
well, the friend group got severed, but then it was fixed.
Yeah.
So we have to talk
I was
about
crying.
Jinny.
I was like crying. No, you should have seen me during the finale.
Were you crying?
Yes. This is
Marie. You never cry.
I was crying that whole episode, I think. I don't know if I was going through it.
It's January.
I was like, why am I crying so hard? And then I was crying more when they were like, we always come first. And they were walking in one by one, and I said,
the power of female friendship.
And then Christina Hendricks.
I wrote Christina Hendricks in all caps in my notes.
Every scene ate it up. Like,
I'm like, you didn't tell me she was in this.
I know.
I saw her name in the credits, and I was like,
yes.
We'll have to talk about her specifically, but
yeah, I was crying during the finale.
Damn,
the whole time.
I was just like this.
You're gagged, and I was like sobbing.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to talk about Jinny's whole thing so we can talk about all the moments in the finale besides the love triangle. Girly was pissing me off for a while.
Yeah.
Because she was so mean to Lizzie.
Yeah,
she's so mean to fucking Nan. For men.
Take her down.
Not a girl's girl.
Not a girl's girl.
Everyone else is girls.
She wasn't being very girls girl.
She wasn't being a very good girls girl.
She wasn't girling. She was just wanted to be the debutante of the the whole.
Fine. The diamond of the sea.
The diamond of the sea.
The reveal of her telling Nan that she's really Christina Hendricks' daughter.
I was like,
people had me having a conspiracy because people on TV Time were like,
it's the other way around.
Yeah, people were like, what if Jinny's the fake daughter? I was like, that would be so good. And then that wasn't what happened. I was like, well, then the real twist was that he lied about who the mom is. So who the fuck is the mom?
Yeah.
And she shows up at the wedding uninvited. Who
I know.
invited her?
Like, who? I really wanted it. It was like, show her. I wanted it to be someone like outright. Like,
I know. Like, who? There's like 3 women in the show that are old enough to produce a child that are them, you know? Like, it's not going to be like fucking Lizzie.
It's got
Like
what if it was Lizzie?
Like who would we recognize that could be her mom? It's like it's not Christina Hendricks. If it was Theo's mom, that would be fucking sick. Like ill.
That would
like
be
negative.
sick.
Like what other woman? Like I don't know. I can't even. I was about to start unpacking other shit, but like
woman.
It would have to be like someone famous. It would have to be like fucking.
Yeah, I want it to be like some
Anne
celebrity.
Hathaway.
Like I wanted to turn those Anne Hathaway.
Because like I don't know how like. Okay, yeah. While we're fucking here, like who could be good enough in the story to produce like a shock? Like okay, it's not Christina Hendricks. It's not gonna be Theo's mom because that would be fucking fucked up. It can't. Well. I don't think it would be any of the British people, right?
It's not gonna be any of the British people, I don't think.
And then
what
the
if it's no.
Who?
No. The nanny.
But like Richard's nanny?
Oh my god, I just thought of something. Wait, Richard's nanny was helping them out too.
Right.
And then they looked at each other weird. I don't know.
They
did. What was that about?
They did. So that does like feed into that theory.
That'd be so weird because Richard, run.
We need to, put a pin in that because that's a whole separate thing. And that I really do need to discuss. That would be oh my god.
This show's crazy.
That's the only thing it could be that would make sense and like be as shocking, but it would piss me off.
Yeah.
Like I hope that's not what it is. But then what else? I don't know.
What else will it be? Anywho,
I guess we'll have to
put a pin on that, we'll find out.
Put a fucking pin on that one. Okay, Jinny. So then Jinny causes all this drama and then like is beefing with Lizzie and poor Lizzie.
Yeah.
In fucking sane.
They were said whatever you're gonna bring. And then Lizzie, what's his name? What's the awful guy's name? James. C. something.
See down.
See down.
See down.
Like the hell? We're gonna let James see down be this awful?
Yeah. I'm like, everyone's losing their minds over this guy. Even before you knew he was
literally
terrible. I was like, oh, okay.
And why is he staring at everyone like that? I'm creeped out.
Scary.
Just by seeing him. I was already scared of him the first scene.
I was like, what's that?
Hold on.
I need to see this actor in an interview because he's probably like, it's always those people that are probably like the coolest people in real life.
That's what I said. Like, I'm like terrified. Like if I saw this man on the street, like without knowing anything, I would be terrified of him. Like
I hope he's just
that character scares me so much.
Yeah.
I hope he gets shot next season.
I feel like someone's got to get wind of this.
Someone's got to wait. Oh, guy's gonna get in there. Guy's gonna come back and
he's gonna put on his fucking sweater and shoot him. Chop him with an axe.
A turtleneck and then shoot him. I can't.
But so yeah, Lizzie has the most traumatic moment, which I was relieved it didn't go further than what happened. Not that it wasn't traumatic, but I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So that was at least something I could like walk away with. Mm-hmm. But then he proposes.
Like right at like who is this guy?
And then they elope. Girl.
Just what? Yeah. Immediately. And Lizzie and Jinny were BFFs, like supposed to be best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you know it's a red flag when every time you and your man walk in the room, your best friend leaves. Like every single time.
Wait, and no one was like, what's wrong?
Girls.
With that.
Everyone's too busy with their significant others. I was like, look,
girls who want to be done.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, Guy and Lizzie friendship right since season 2 because he was the only one that was like, you good?
For them to just be like a friendship. Mm-hmm. That was so cute.
Yeah, that was last season highlight. And he empowered her. You know, he was like, it's on you. Like, you can take the power back.
Yeah,
that was fucking sick. We love
that was sick.
The honest thing a man can be a feminist in 1870.
Go off, Guy. Mm-hmm. I liked the maze scene when they're in the maze, and then when Lizzie sees that was badass.
I have an edit.
I was in love. I was immediately.
Wait, I have to send you a fan edit after we're done.
Okay.
Yeah. That was good.
But then they had Lizzie and Jinny had like cute moments in that episode when they snuck away like as like being friends and stuff, and I was like, yay. And then but then James gets like even worse.
Yeah.
And like
that's why, so eventually at a certain point you can't even blame Jinny though, because he's
yeah,
manipulating the
he's
shit out of
literally
her.
insane.
Like making her call her mom out and then going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Insane.
Like trying to tear her away from her whole family and friends.
Just
like that's
as shitty it is, it's like really good portrayal of manipulation and gaslighting.
exactly,
like that's gaslighting. When people throw gaslighting around,
post the clip of this shit. Because I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
so
poor Jinny.
Oh,
gets really
they revealed she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then when she went away at the New Year's party, did you think she like tried to?
I don't know if she was actually trying to go away. I wouldn't have blamed her, but I think I bet she realized, like, because she said at the end, she's like, there's nowhere I can go that he won't find me and things like that. So
she came back.
Probably.
Right when she was pregnant with that devil spawn. I said abort, even though it's the 18th.
No, I got nervous that she would try to, because that's like something that could happen. Yeah. So I'm glad that they didn't do that.
Like
I was like, Jesus Christ. And then she passes out. When he goes, is it mine? I was like, fuck you. What you get off asking her that? Jesus fucking Christ.
He's just
so scared. Deeply messed up. Yeah. And I guess based on what we know about Richard, I think, not that it excuses any of his actions, they all grew up in a very fucked up place.
Their parents are fucked up.
Yeah, but more on that in a second. But
yeah, and then when they were Jenny was trying to escape with Guy and Nan, and then he comes out and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
and he like has to like
grew up.
Oh my god. Whose coat is that?
Whose coat is that? He wanted the tea. He wanted the tea.
No, that would have been funny if she was like, well, actually, Nan is cheating on. And he was like, oh, tea.
Just turns into a complete.
Oh my god. Ill.
No.
Yeah.
Long live.
No, that really killed me.
No, wait, when the door when he looks around.
I was like, is this what I think it is? And then it fully was long live. And I was like, oh my god.
Taylor Swift. She's back.
Good time and place. But that was such a good build-up because you're like, I knew something was cooking.
I was sweating during that because I was like, oh no. Because I'm like,
well, you know what else?
Something bad's gonna happen.
You know what else got me? I wrote down when, so they try to help her escape. He sees them at night. So they go back to her room and the fucking Duchess is in there and sees Nan and George. And I wrote, gagged. I was like, and that she's in on it. She's in on the whole scheme. And she's like, you know what's even like more important than being a mother? Being a fucking Duchess.
So true, queen.
So early on was like, as a point, it's so stupid. As a point for Theo, I'm like, at least Theo has a cool mom. Guy doesn't have a mom. But now I'm like, maybe it's better that he doesn't have a fucking crazy ass mom.
Point for Guy. But now she's great. Oh my god.
He's kind of iconic when she's like, when Christina Hendricks is like, I have to tell you, like, I don't think Theo deserves this. And she was like,
that was so
don't you think I already know?
Well, that was so iconic. I couldn't help but say.
So fucking good.
It's the best. She's like, you know what us as mothers have to do.
Insane.
I was like, yes.
That ate up.
It ate it up, I fear.
Like, what other slang can I throw in? I was gagged.
It was gagged.
So good.
Justice for Jean, though.
Is that the mom's name?
The girl who. So at first she was
that was with Guy,
but then she was like, first she was like gonna be with Theo, and then she got like this girl's just getting thrown around.
I know.
Like I'm glad Guy didn't like go through with it when she like and make her unhappy, but like
they were all just doing their best. But
I said, what is it going on? This girl.
I'm gonna need her to find something.
I'm gonna need her to get something because Nan's crazy.
Nan.
But she's a legend.
We love her. No tea, no shade.
No tea, no shade. She has to do what she has to do.
Yeah. No, as soon
when
as
she didn't get in the carriage,
Nan, what are you doing?
I was like, get it. I was like,
get in the car, Elle.
I was gagged. In the car, Elle.
I watched that scene the other day. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that whole thing was so good. It was so fucking good. And like the reveal of when Jinny does finally go to her, and they're not speaking at this point because she told James about the mom, and then he told and then made it seem like she did it, and she went along with it. Oh my god, that sucked, but it was also really good television.
Yeah.
And then she finally is like so scared because he hit her that night.
Yeah.
And she finally
and she has a bunch of bruises on her, and she finally realizes this is not right. Like this is not.
And then, but then she's also supportive when Guy goes, "Hi, what can I do?"
What can I do?
Insane. This is where I was like, this is a different show than I wanted to be, but I needed it to be. Like I didn't know I needed this until I got it.
I was just crying the whole time.
Like I love a little like heist-esque moment. Like it's definitely a very serious moment, but like the whole like bait and switch was so good. Like that's what I was here for.
Yeah, all the girls like being there for her, like at the end with the wedding, and then like just the whole plan. And I was like, I don't know. I was crying. I was like, I love these people. Even though it was a wild freaking ride, and there was a lot of angst with every character. There was more angsty moments than at first. The first 2 episodes, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is like a nice, quirky show. That's taking a more modern like approach on the period drama. And like, and then it turned like everyone's storyline got like super dark.
Yeah, because then you have like Jinny was. I always say Lizzie and Jinny interchangeably.
I know.
Their names are slightly too similar.
I mixed them up. Yeah.
Lizzie has a traumatic moment. Jinny's fully getting mentally and physically abused. We'll get to Maribel.
Yeah, Mabel and or how do you say or
I know Conchita,
and then
Honoria.
You don't say the H. Honoria.
Yeah, I know. For a while, yeah. Like I would see it in the captions. I was like,
I'm like, this is making it too complicated
everyone's fucking
for me to support my people.
I know. Everyone has such a a realistic storyline, and it's being portrayed pretty well. But it makes my stomach hurt. I was talking to Julia about this because she walked in. She's like, "Oh, this is the gay show," and I was like, "Kind of,
kind of. That's part of it.
There's representation, and it's realistic. Like they're sticking with the time.
Yeah,
but it like makes me so sad. And Lizzie and Jinny's story makes me so sad. And then you find out what happened to fucking Richard, and I was like
it just starts getting so real. Yeah.
When he goes in when she's taking a bath, I was like. I thought they just had like mommy issues, which is definitely part of it. But then you fully find out she groomed him
at the end of an episode. I'm like,
and that the mom knew and didn't do shit.
It didn't do shit because it's the 1800s.
I was like, I'm like, throw up.
What?
I'm like, I don't know if I like this. And then they had a little switcheroo at the end. So I'm back. I'm having
fun. A switcheroo. Oh, they said long live. Well, because I want them back.
Every single like bad thing started like getting in a way better. Like. Mabel like broke off her fake engagement so she can try to be her authentic self in whatever way she can. Richard recognized his shitty situation. Jinny finally spoke up about hers. Like they all started like correcting, but I was still like, damn, there's so much heavy shit.
Yeah. I was like, Conchita and Richard, like I love them. Like, and at first I was like, oh no, this is just gonna be another like turn shitty, but like it gets better, and they're
like my favorite part.
Yeah, me too. They get like a lot better as it goes, and have such cute moments.
You know what killed me was when they were like separated. I was like, when did that happen? Like the time on the show where months go by because they have to go on full ass boat rides, so months pass.
That's
like
so
the fact
funny.
that Conchita like gave birth in episode 2, I was like,
I know she was pregnant.
I was like, okay.
I'm like, oh, they have to
like,
get
what's
to
the
they have to get to
timeline?
England. They don't have
Yeah.
planes.
But they were like in one episode, and maybe I just missed it, but they were like, oh, we're separated, but it's amicable. I'm like, when did you separate? Because it wasn't the episode before, like where he runs to her in the rain and he's like, she's my wife, I have to go after her, I have to give her attention. And then the next episode we're like, we're separated.
Time passed and they said, yeah, we don't want to do this right
It's
now.
like, okay, but then it got so much better, and they're so sweet with their daughter.
Yeah.
And he started to face his trauma.
Yeah. I really like how they showed like how different he acts around his family compared to when he was in America. Like, and like you can sympathize with Conchita not wanting to lose like who he was. Like he's like a completely different person when around, but then it all makes sense, and they love them.
I want him to fuck his brother up though.
Yeah, I want him to drown him in the lake because I can't do it anymore.
Please.
I like
manifestation for season 2.
That character makes me extremely uncomfortable and just scared whenever he's around. Whenever he's in a scene, I'm like, ugh.
It's a wonder that Honoria isn't as traumatized.
More of Honoria, because I think she would be like one of my faves if I had more. Like, I love her character, but we barely he barely gets to talk and stuff.
But she's had great development, like the judgment that she initially has, but then realizes like we should be more like them than wanting them to be more like us. Like, I thought that was a sweet moment that she had with, I think, Jean, right?
Yeah. Can I just say I had no idea who Kate Winslet's daughter was.
I found that out the other day.
I was like, and before that, I was like, she looks so much like Kate Winslet. And then
every single person on the show, I'm like, I know them from something. Don't know any of them from anywhere. Because like so many of them haven't been in much. So I was like, how could I know these people? They all just look like someone. And then some of them started to click. Like Kate Winslet's daughter, Suki's sister.
Yeah. I said, huh? Everyone's here.
I said, sometimes nepotism's okay.
I said, these are my favorite nepotism people.
Yeah.
Richard was in Mamma Mia 2.
Yeah, so I recognize it from the trailer.
Yeah, slay. I said,
I'll watch it.
Okay, fine, I'll watch it. I feel like I have so much to say and I'm sweating.
I know. Okay.
So much happened.
Who haven't we talked about? Yeah, I really like how the eventual arc of Conchita and Richard, that was something I wrote in their little mini. Let's actually talk about Christina Hendricks.
Yes.
Being the mom of the year. She's like, I may have not carried you in here, but I carried you.
I was crying. I think the show made me cry more than anything else.
That's crazy. I mean, I support it. It's just knowing you, it's so funny.
Is beautiful.
Yeah, no, that was.
I feel like it's just such like for women show. Like even though it doesn't see and it's such a, but they're still trying to be with the time. But like it's so, I don't know. Yeah, it pulled at something in me. So I've been crying.
The nothing new scene in season
that was
1
beautiful,
where Nan just starts having like a panic attack because it's so like
it's like they're cows
like,
lined up like what?
Yeah, and like that song playing too, I was like
so many modern songs played.
I know. Be Sweet, I wrote that the soundtrack. Wait, I have to tell you something.
Oh, no,
and I've never said anything more controversial in my life.
Okay.
I'm gonna get canceled.
Oh no. Oh no.
In watching the finale, a song starts playing. And like I have a visceral reaction to it. Like I like feel physically ill.
Okay.
Because of the singer. Because the person singing, I was like, oh my god, whoever this is the same person that sings one of the songs I would play when I worked at Hallmark for a very brief time.
Oh no.
And as you know, I did not enjoy that job. The fact that it was at Hallmark in general is fucking hilarious and adds to really why this is so fucked up. And I was like, what did I do? I Shazammed it. And I was like, what song is this?
You Shazammed it. You pulled out the Shazam.
And I was like, this is about to get really bad because I know this artist. Everyone that all my friends love this artist.
Is it Maggie? No, I love that song.
Maggie Rogers, the song, that's not the song that would play at Hallmark. It was a different song, but her voice is so distinct.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it sucked. I was like, well, I didn't want to not like Maggie.
It's Maggie Rogers.
I told Julia that the other day, and she's like, I'll give you some Rex. And I was like, yeah, let's recondition.
Yeah, literally.
All I would have is the Let the Light In song.
Yeah.
That's what would play like on repeat at a Hallmark. And
I feel like if that was playing,
and any song playing over and over again, especially when you're not in a good place,
when you're at your workplace. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I have to hear the song one more fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's just this weird
like a mall song.
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, it shocked me that like I felt like I physically, like I didn't think it affected me that much. Like when I hear the one song, I'm like, oh yes. But like I literally physically reacted. And then when I saw that it was Maggie Rogers, which you would think I would have made this connection because you guys listen to her a lot. And it's not that
we gotta rewire you.
Exactly. Like I think I'm worth fixing. Like this is a confession. I'm being really vulnerable right now. Wow. And I was like, oh,
I appreciate you.
Really? Oh, can you imagine if like she was at Lala, right?
Yes.
And I didn't go. We were at Young Gravy. Like, imagine if I was there and I like passed out.
I'm Maggie Rogers.
So it was for my safety. I need to re-engage, and then I'll be ready. This is what I'm like. I have the most unhinged shit to talk about when we.
You're like gonna say the most random thing.
Well, I also want to talk about how much I love Nan's dad, even though he sucks.
Not the Colonel.
It's because he's such a silly guy. Like, yes, he sucks. He's a terrible husband and like not a great father and like cheated.
He's
and all
so
this stuff.
unserious.
But he's so unserious. Like he's such a silly guy. Like his name is Tracy St.
Like
George.
He looks like the most cliche
American colonel.
Whenever they showed the American setting, I was like taken back. Like I was like, just because I don't know, I feel like we usually see England in these times, like, and then America, it was like New York, and I was like,
no, they're like the big city.
I was taken back. I was like, that is not the big city.
I know. I felt the same way. Like I don't even know how to put it into words. Where I was like, the way they were speaking about America in a way that's like old, but also semi-modern, like not obviously to the degree.
Yeah, because it's like new.
They were like, I want to see.
It's new to England.
They said something about like skyscrapers. Maybe it wasn't that, but they said something that I was like, they don't have those yet. Like, it was a really like, the 1870s are very weird times. It's old, but also not as old as
not like
I don't know, Civil War or like the Revolutionary War times. Like America isn't that old when you think about it, but it's because we know like period pieces often go to like England,
go way back, and like usually they are in England. So just when we went to America, I was like, who's up? And then that guy was just the Colonel. He's like the most, like, that is exactly who I would cast for that.
Exactly. He was perfect. Like, fuck him.
But Christina Hendricks said so many she said, I have never been enough for you, but what has changed is you are no longer enough for me.
Yes. But that's what was freaking me out, was I was like, oh no, Nan's gonna do something stupid. But then it was because of her mom and her sister that she did it.
I know. I was like, oh no, save Christina Hendricks and marry Theo.
They need to, because they're making it seem like she's settling for Theo, which is like fine. They gotta, in order for it to suck less, they've got to start pulling on them more. Like I already said.
Yeah,
like gotta have some drama.
That's who I switched to. So I was for Guy at first, and then in the paint scene or whatever, I was like, that pulled me. Like I was like, oh, maybe I'm
running on the beach.
Yeah, I thought those scenes were beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got like pulled back again.
Yeah, they also started making him intentionally shitty, which is one of my other favorite. Like,
and he got like weirdly possessive in that one scene. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
I was like, sure, I don't know. I was just like, and then what's funny is like they've all known each other for 5 seconds. Like, especially
every single one of them.
They met on the beach and then he went and proposed, and then Guy seeing it in the garden. This is fan fiction.
Yeah. But one thing I said was, now that Christina Hendricks is a free woman, we got to get her a nice man, and that man should be played by Matthew Lillard, is what I decided.
Okay. Oh, yes, I would eat that up. Yes, Matthew Lillard.
Bring back Good Girls, but he's good and
No,
decent.
I was about to start Good Girls again when she's doing
she's so good.
How much she slayed.
Just mothering across the board.
Every scene she was in, I was like, that's an actress.
Yeah.
Like, she's so good. Oh, and I feel like, what else?
I was gonna say we can maybe go to highs and lows soon,
And
that'll
see
probably
it, and that will cover it.
That'll probably seed in some other things.
There's just so much.
I know. I'm really trying to think. Let me browse my notes. Yeah, I wrote about like how beautiful the beach scene was filmed, and after
there's some beautiful shots. Like this, and then beautiful.
The Duchess, when she called her out and was like, "Get the fuck out of my home," and then it was that shot that was like following Nan's face. That felt like that was really cool. The show goes from being like such a, like a silly little like drama show to being like a really like well done show. Like
no, it really
goes back and forth.
Like if you just look at screen caps from the show, it's like, God, this show's beautiful. Like,
yeah.
Like the New Year's Eve party was so chaotic, but those shots were like incredible. I don't know. The fireworks.
Yeah. I guess the only people we haven't really deep dived into, which is just kind of like covering it as a favorite scene before we officially talk about favorite scenes, was Mabel's just entire storyline. And when she told Lizzie, that was one of my favorite scenes.
That made me, I was crying. And like you kind of just like, it does seem realistic that Lizzie would be like that, because like from what her character, it's like what you're talking about is love, and how could love ever be wrong? Like, I love I love them as sisters too. And yeah, I like how they did that whole storyline, because obviously wasn't that common to see outwardly, but like I like how, and like Mabel thinking she's doing the right thing by like marrying the one guy. that guy.
I think he'd be an ally too.
I think he would be
I think he was an ally without knowing he was an ally, obviously.
He was an ally. But then her seeing like Cheetah didn't want that, when she was like, well, when you get married, we can wave from apart. That in the last scene, she said, oh, when you guys are married, we can wave to each other. Like that cracked me up.
Yeah.
But I thought that was done really well.
And it was just so sweet. And I did feel bad when, because it was a new experience for Honoria, and that's what she said. She was like, this is all new to me. And I get that you're sick of this, but this was really pure and sweet to me. And I hated when she yelled at her. Like, I get both of their perspectives, but that sucked.
But she said, like, I hate you for making me feel like I could be loved, because she like never even like was gonna do any like until she met Mabel. I was like,
yeah,
this is fucked up. And I'm wondering how they're gonna carry this on, just because of the time. I don't know. I'm scared.
The mom knows, or like semi knows. So like, is she gonna be like side-eyeing this whole time? Gonna need some growth from her.
Like, yeah,
she could be much worse. Like she could have like, I don't know, disowned her. But at least she was just like, she was at least like, let's just stop talking about it.
She's just like, don't tell me about that.
If I don't have any nice thing to say, I'm not gonna say anything at all. And I'm like, all right, respect for now. We'll give you a crumb. We're gonna need to step it up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, but I loved how Mabel told Lizzie. And I just like, I love Mabel as a character. Like, and again, everyone just needs more time.
Yeah.
More screen time. Like,
yeah.
Because
what if Guy and Jinny fall in love and Brizzo?
That's what, you know what? I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen here? That could happen. And you know what? That would be kind
of like get lonely.
Crazy. People get lonely in Brazil. And they're in the place of love. Well, Paris, I guess, is technically
Rio. When you're under the big statue of Jesus, who might not exist in 1870. Let me look that up, because that would be so insane to see in the show. When was Rio Jesus? Oh, I'm gonna have to look at a picture of it.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see them or if they're just gonna come. Like, how? I'm so curious to what season 2.
Not until October 1931. Sorry.
Okay, 1931. God.
Yeah, so we'll be old by then.
Well,
But we may be dead by then.
they'll all be dead.
I mean, they're not living past 40. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
they're
their
definitely
parents are all kind of old.
So
I really don't understand the 1870s.
I'm just like really going for it. I'm just like, oh, well. People are like, this show is so unrealistic. I said, do we watch TV for anything to be realistic? Because
how do you know?
yeah, that's what I was like. I was literally like, were you there? Because I don't think you were.
Yeah. I'm like, it's just for fun.
It's just fun. Like if it was totally realistic, it would probably be really boring and even sadder than it already is.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I watch it twist, and it still covers like really real topics. Like,
yeah,
it gets real. It may not be 100% accurate to the times, but
who gives a shit?
Who cares? It's TV.
God,
that's all the TV time comments I saw. I said, okay, I'm crying. So I need that.
Whatever they're doing, it's working on me.
Yeah. All right. Should we get in?
Yeah.
Epic highs and lows, and maybe that will cover something.
Yeah. Does my mic keep sounding weird?
No.
I keep going in and out where my mic stops working. Like, I'll start hearing you out of my computer instead of the headphones, and then it switches back. Okay. I'll have to remember to edit this out.
Everyone needs the tea.
Yeah.
It's
time for epic highs and lows.
Lows. Wow, I love that.
All right.
All
right. Who are your favorite characters, Brie?
My favorite characters are Lizzie, Mabel, and Mrs. St. George.
Yeah, I literally just wrote Christina Hendricks everywhere.
Just Christina Hendricks.
I also wrote Lizzie, and then I also wrote Conchita and Richard.
Yes, they slayed. They need more screen time. They get such cute little happy moments. Yeah. And they have a full ass baby.
Yeah, Minnie, she's so cute. I'm like, cute. More on her.
More she's
gonna be like 5 next season.
Yeah, she's gonna be off to college. All right. All right. Least favorite, you'll never guess.
Never guess.
James.
Yeah.
Down the worst thing I've ever
yeah. Enough said.
I just can't. I cannot. Fave scenes, moments, episodes.
We've talked a lot about them. I mean, just the overall plot twist ending. Lizzie in the maze, them playing Nothing New, that whole scene, the paint scene and the beach scene, those were very cute. Theo and beautiful moments. And then Mabel telling Lizzie, we talked about that. I really love the snowball fight scene, like anything where they're just having
they're smiling and laughing. But then Lizzie hurts her foot, and then James we
didn't say this. I'll jump to a least favorite then that I didn't write down is when what's her name? Lizzie tells Jinny, and then Jinny's like, "Why are you telling me this?" And I get that she's in the trenches. I know she's so beyond like help at that moment, but I was like, what do you think, bitch?
She's being so like open with you and telling
and like finally,
and you're saying like, well, so complicated. Yeah, I hated that.
What about your fave moments?
I also said the maze scene. Is that what you wrote first? For some reason,
that's what I wrote second. I wrote the plot twist first.
It's funny that came up like first. Like, I'm like, this is such a random first scene, but yeah, the maze.
It was powerful.
It was powerful. I was
like, fuck that guy. He needed that. He needed to be taken down a few fucking
He needed to be stared at. He looked scared. He was shaking his boots. I want him to look scared more. I want him to.
When he pathetically ran after the fucking carriage, fuck that bitch.
He's so freaking pathetic. He was running so fast. He was sprinting. I was like, what is going on? I was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nothing New scene. Oh, we do see the finale when Mabel and Honoria are like on the balcony and they're just like, we do. I thought that was so cute.
Yeah.
And like, maybe we can't be, we can make our own world or whatever. I said, this is poetry. And you, okay, but yeah, I cried. The last 10 minutes just had me freaking hype. Like,
yeah,
I was like, my heart was beating. I rewatched it a bunch of times. What does this say?
Reed's own writing.
Literally. Wait, when Nan, Guy, and Theo played. Why is that my favorite scene?
No, I just you're really pulled.
It was so dramatic. I loved it. I love the drama. Any of Miss St. George's scenes. And then when all the scenes of them when the whole like girl group was together, and Mabel coming out scene. Boom. Boom. Least favorite.
It's anything with fucking Seaton.
Any scene. No one I wanted to do that to more in my life.
Get out my fucking pistol. Yeah.
I get out my pistol. Like, what the hell?
The scene with Lizzie, the way he treats Jinny, and also just the grooming. Everything about the grooming. The mom admitting that she knew.
Oh, that mom.
Terrible. At first, it's like one of those things where you like feel bad that like, oh, he has to choose between his family and his wife. And then you realize how fucked up his family is. Like, he needs to take his sister and run.
Yeah, like, get out of there.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even rate. Rating 1 out of 10. Or would you recommend this first?
Yes.
Yes, me too. It's a fun time. All the girlies should tune in.
All the girlies tune in, you may cry.
Yeah, just caution.
It's kind of a rough ride sometimes.
But it really is worth it when you get to the end and you're like, oh, because it all just like comes together.
Hype and like everyone's getting away. Every shit is going down. I'm ready for next season. I don't really know what they're gonna do, but you know what? I'm for it.
Yeah. I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the most unserious. How would you rate it? I forgot to think about this beforehand.
I forgot. I didn't rate it either. Okay. Listen.
I'm leaning toward like a 4.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay. Because of all the heaviness that kind of picks up, I think it takes it to the more serious side, but it also is like goofy.
It also has some funny little moments. And it's just like girls being girly sometimes, but other times
we're just
like
girls.
Literally, that's them, and I love them. Like they're like we're just girls. Yeah, but then it gets a little dark. But you know what?
Yeah, I think a solid 4.
Nice 4.
Right.
That James running really fast is the most unserious. Because he looks so pathetic.
And Long Live is playing. I was like, this is the most badass thing I've ever seen. And you know I love Taylor Swift, but then Long Live starts playing. I was like, I feel like there could have been another song.
He was running so fast. I feel like that would have been better if it was like a good guy. Like a guy running that wasn't the worst person in the world. Like running for a different reason.
Yeah.
Like that was just like he was running because he's an abusive person.
I don't think it quite matched the entire tone of the scene.
Yeah, but it still got me hyped. Just because that song, I don't know.
I guess that brings us to our final segment.
Oh, our quiz.
Game night with Megan and Bree. And we're doing a quiz on a unsolicited website that we haven't previewed.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get different answers because I just saw it's 15 questions.
Okay.
So let's see if we can rapid fire it. The Zoom is counting us down, but I guess we can do another one.
Okay, we got this.
All right, you kick us off, Brie. Which Buccaneers character are you? Quiz.
Book, I lost it.
All right.
I'm not going very fast. Okay.
I'll read it then.
Okay.
Which character is an ideal fit for your personality? Lizzie, Nan, Jinny, or other? I'm actually torn between Lizzie and Nan because I just love Lizzie the most, but Nan's a little crazy, but she also doesn't give a shit, kind of.
Yeah. Wait, we have a problem.
Why?
My first question's different.
Are they in a different order?
I think so.
Oh no.
No.
How do we navigate that? I wish it was all like listed out.
I know.
Should we just take the quiz and chat as we go and try to just go through it quick?
Yeah.
All right, I'll probably pick Lizzie.
Slay. Is kindness the best form of wealth? Not really.
No, you better have shmoney.
One of them
asked if you're a dramatic person. I'm like, I guess. Sometimes I do act like one.
You got me. You got me. Choose one for your life. Wealth, love, respect, other.
This is asking me what I notice about a person first. And it's style, eyes, eloquence, or none of these. Like, yeah, I look at someone's eyes really quickly.
You better.
No.
You better look into their blue eyes.
They better have a fucking personality.
You gotta put the brown eye contacts. That's what Theo and Nana said. Someone give them some.
One says, would you migrate to another country for the sake of marriage? And I'm going, let me think.
Let me think.
Depends on who it fucking is. If Phil Dunster came, I think I'd move to England.
I would move if it was, I don't know,
someone with
the right personality. Person. Someone, yeah. Are you a bachelor? Why do you want to know? Why did you ask me that?
All right. I hate the Zoom countdown.
I know, it's making me nervous.
Oh my god, this website has so many fucking ads.
I know, I'm so scared right now.
Honestly, it's kind of fun to not talk about our answers because I feel like we can't sway each other too much.
Yeah.
The way some of these are worded, though, cracks me up. How do you handle when you're emotionally weak?
I know, I'm like, what? Oh, I just got that one. I go in the corner and cry.
Wait, that, honestly, I'm trying to be my authentic self. Wait, what are your views about the aristocratic British men?
God damn.
They're cool. Boring men. Cool. They look like a history professor. No comment.
No comment.
The history professor thing is sending me to the moon. Oh, these are so funny. Who made this? Are you a bachelor? Just got married. What'd you put? I'm putting.
Why do you want to know?
Yeah, is that what you put? I wrote, yeah. I'm too young to think about marriage.
Yeah, that's so true, though.
I'm just a girl.
I'm literally a teenager.
That's what they kept saying at one point on the Brooks podcast. They were like, I'm just a teenager.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just a 20 redacted teenager.
All right.
Bree, who did you get?
I got Jenny. The description.
Wait, so that's T because I got Lizzie.
Oh, sledge.
Besties.
Besties.
You haven't read the description yet, but you can read yours.
Okay. Compared to a more adventurous counterpart, you are someone who tends to be more conservative and traditional. You have a more conventional manner, which may make you seem like a great match for those who appreciate a more traditional approach, even when your sister or friends can provide some dynamic energy. You that's me. You are always prepared to stay and deal with the unforeseen circumstances. I would shoot him in the head. But
yes, amen.
No, just kidding. Even if you occasionally find yourself ashamed by others' joy, perhaps you've experienced times when you defied expectations, letting go of rigid customs and fallen victim to some surprising and perhaps amusing turn-ins.
Amusing? Who made this?
I don't know. Who wrote this description?
Mine's Lizzie. You are
Yes,
someone who,
Lizzie.
like Lizzie and her pals, is actively searching for a good spouse and is looking for romance and companionship. Your lively nature may help you stand out by adding vitality and excitement to circumstances.
Yes.
Lizzie's connection with proto-feminist sensibilities implies that you possess traits or perspectives that defy conventional gender norms, signifying a more progressive way of thinking.
Slay
As with
Lizzie.
Lizzie's influence on the English nobility and the narrative, your individuality and maybe a break from the standard could make you captivating and unforgettable.
So true. So true. That's such a
That's so funny.
Who wrote this? Come on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Just
real.
want to interview. I'm glad we got I thought you were gonna get Lizzie too.
Yeah, we get the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want more from season 2.
I agree.
I want everyone to be friends, and I want James to fall.
Yeah, I hope
something. So. Boop.
Boop.
I would totally boop James.
If you know. That's so funny. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what's gonna happen because like when you separate characters like that, like taking Jinny and Guy to Brazil,
they just have a whole different show in Brazil. They have their own little.
I would be
they're
down,
they're not even together like romantically. They're just platonically like on a.
They platonically raise her child.
Raise a child and they have chickens.
I would eat that up.
I would eat that. It's just a total, and their side is like totally peaceful and fine, and then on the other side, it's like more shit is going down.
Oh, fucking fun. I would eat that up. I doubt it'll last more than one episode, but like, I don't know. I could be here for it.
I'm afraid James is gonna do something to Lizzie. Ugh. He needs to just like. I
hope
don't know.
that
they're all.
Because Guy isn't there either. Like Guy didn't know what happened because I don't think he knew that a man did something, but he didn't know who.
Yeah.
But like the two people who kind of knew, gone.
Yeah, that kind of gone.
I feel like she could definitely tell her sister. I hope she tells someone because even if they don't do anything, just to not feel alone.
Yeah.
And like they would all be understanding because they know that he's a terrible person now. They know, so I don't think they not believe her.
Yeah,
we'll see. Ugh. I just need to know who the mom is.
Yeah, the tea. I was like, what? I have to go watch the last.
Yeah, I probably will. Live. So funny.
Yes. Well,
I hope we get season 2 in like a not too long of a time.
I hope we get it in like a week.
Yeah.
They just put it out.
Get cooking. It literally just ended.
We have to. It'll be. Hopefully, it's during a time when we watch it. We could watch it together because I think it would be a fun show to watch together.
Yeah, we just have to be silent because I do feel like these are more fun in a way where we're like actually like
we actually have something to unpack.
Yeah, versus like just like talking about what happened versus like us talking about like what did you think when this happened?
Like we saw our reaction.
Yeah, so I feel like we need to find that balance. Yeah, I'm excited.
Done.
And this is our last Zoom podcast for a while. Thank God. Even more glitches today.
Zoom. We're glitching out.
So hopefully this was a good one.
Hopefully this was okay.
I hope everyone enjoyed.
I don't really know what I said.
Yeah.
But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope all the Buccaneers fans come on over.
Yeah, let's chit chat.
Hit that like, hit that bell, and hit the subscribe and follow.
Yeah, and follow us like on social media. Sometimes we just want to chit chat.
We want to get 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can go live. That'd be so funny.
That'd be so good. And then next week
is Percy.
Are you watching?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I will.
Okay.
I feel like I can do it.
Yeah, there's only 8. 7 are out right now. I need to watch 7. So yeah, next week, Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
And if all else fails, we can do Shrinking.
Have I watched any of it? No. Yeah. But I'm going to.
Okay.
Okay.
So Percy Jackson, I think then Shrinking. And we'll see where the rest of the month takes us. It's February.
Woo.
Honestly, thank God January. Fucking
January has been so long.
No, everywhere I go, like at work or like with Julia or someone, we're just like, it's January.
It's just still
everyone
it's
fucking
January.
hates January.
January's like so.
Yeah, but we did it.
So bleh. Well, we made it.
Yeah, and we'll be able to do them in person
now
again.
We get to go through February.
Yeah, we're seeing Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, we are.
I can't wait to talk about that. Them. Yeah, we're gonna stage door the tour bus.
We're gonna stage door the tour. We're gonna be on the tour bus.
I need Xochitl Gomez to extend her run.
I know.
Fuck. And Val and Jenna.
Yeah, everyone come to Chicago. Who doesn't want to come to Chicago? Come on.
I think about that all the time. And some people apparently have beef.
They have beef with Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk more next time. And that was the
We're
Buccaneers.
North Americans.
North American
like
scum.
us or something. Long live
the walls we crashed through. That's it.
I had the time of my life. With you. So true. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.